Okay, everything is set and everything is recording, and I am in pain. What's up, all my Dragonlings? I am D.Dragon, got a gaming Damian-Dragon, and welcome back to the gaming news, where I run down the list of all the news, leaks, rumors, and articles coming out of the gaming news this week. Not much has come out this week because of one big thing: the PlayStation 5 pre-order snafus. And I have my own personal tale for this one, so I'm saving that for last. But there are two other articles that I'm going to be going through. One about Amazon's big warning about the Xbox Series X, and a update for a Mass Effect launch sometime in the near future. Now, the reason why I'm saving the whole PS5 pre-order snafu for last is because I have my own story on it, because I was there. You wouldn't believe me, but it was fucking insane. So I will give you like the rundown afterwards. So let's hop in. And the reason why I'm not stepping out of my little curtain here today is because not only do I look disastrous, I'm getting sick and I'm in pain. Because my freaking feet are literally on fucking fire. So, and I look like absolute shit too, so there you go. Anyway, first off, let's start off with Amazon. This comes from comicbook.com. This is written by Tyler Fischer, I believe his name is. And this was on the 25th of September 2020. And it writes, Amazon warns a big Xbox Series X pre-order issue. I don't know if these are actually already happening or not. I don't know. Please, anyone who's trying to order a Xbox Series X, let me know. And it writes, Amazon is sending customers who pre-ordered the Xbox Series X a warning, letting them know that they may not receive the item on the day of release. Whew. It's not specified, but this is presumably an issue for the Xbox Series S as well. As you may know, Amazon, alongside other retailers, began taking pre-orders for Xbox Series X and Series S earlier this month, like everyone else did, which was a horrible idea. And like the PS5, it's been very challenging to get a pre-order secured. I know. Demand is high and supply seems limited. Further, it looks like pre-ordering doesn't even guarantee you the console on day one. Xbox gamers who have pre-ordered the console through Amazon have begun to receive emails from the retailer warning that they may not receive the item on launch day due to high demand. And of course, if Amazon, with all of its shipping resources, is anticipating this problem, it's going to be a problem for other retailers as well. We're contacting you about your order of Xbox Series X to let you know in advance that you may not receive this item on the day it is released due to high demand. With the email Amazon has been sending out, we are making every effort with the supplier to procure more inventory. We will provide additional updates once more information becomes available. If any of this sounds familiar, it's because Amazon sent out the same thing for PS5. Further, this virtually happens every time new hardware releases. There's never enough demand pre-launch or at release. Unfortunately, this is all Amazon warns. It doesn't provide any insight into how large it thinks the problem could be or what kind of delays demand could cause, and this is probably because it doesn't know. The Xbox Series X is set to release worldwide on November 10th, priced at $500, the same day the Xbox Series S will release priced at $300. For more coverage on the consoles and all things Xbox, click here. And I'm not going to give anybody a release. You can go check out comicbook.com to basically, look at your own stuff. But yes, everyone's been getting problems, and that I'm going to be saving for the very last piece of news I have for today. But the whole problem is that everybody is trying to get their hands on these consoles, and I'm not going to be mistaken. I have been trying to get my hands on the console. I can't get my damn hands on a console for anything. And again, I'm going to save that for last, but everyone's been getting a problem. No one knows how big the demand will be when everything starts coming out. There's going to be lines around the block to get your hands on the console. And it's going to be sucky. Truly, truly it will be. For anybody who, you know, is not going to get their hands on it. You know, and believe me, I may not be able to, so it's going to suck for me too. So, to be honest, it's going to be ridiculously hard to get your hands on one of these consoles. And if you're expecting one, I'm sorry. But, yeah, even Amazon, with all of its shipping glory, cannot keep up with the demands. It's almost physically impossible. No one can. And Sony and Microsoft are just dripping them out, which is not a good idea. Again, that's more for that at the end. But before I release my hand too much, before I go into a large rant, let me go to the next one, the next piece of news, which will be the last piece of news before we go into the whole snafu. So let's go into Mass Effect. Before I start on this, Mass Effect is a really good game, a really great game, excluding Andromeda. I am completely excluding Andromeda out of this. Andromeda never happened. It should have died. It should have got shot the minute it released. I'm talking about the original trilogy, Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3. And again, I know some people hated the end of Mass Effect 3, but I kind of enjoyed it. So, first off, this comes from VentureBeat.com, and it writes, Mass Effect Legendary Edition is still coming, but not in 2020. This is written by Jeff Grubb on the 25th of September 2020. And it writes, Electronic Arts still hasn't revealed Mass Effect Legendary Edition, and that's for a reason. The publisher originally planned to launch the remastered trilogy that I first reported on back in May with an October reveal and release, but now EA and developer BioWare are pushing that release into early 2021. According to people familiar with the development, the primary factor holding up development beyond the pandemic is the original Mass Effect game. It currently does not live up to the quality of the rest of the package. It would make a poor first impression for new players, and it might disappoint fans who then won't go on to play and experience the impressive upgrades for Mass Effect 2 and ME3. Yeah, that would be a problem. This is a problem with both the visuals and gameplay. The people working on the game understand. Thank you. And bless me. Yeah. As I said, I'm getting sick. And no, I do not have the freaking virus before anyone starts bringing out their pitchforks and torches. I am good. Okay. And you hear anything in the background, it's my cat going to eat. This is the problem with the visuals and gameplay. People working on the game understand the issues, and they want to do right by the franchise's fans. But one aspect those fans won't get to experience, regardless of how much time BioWare gets, is the multiplayer. EA doesn't plan to include the Mass Effect 3 multiplayer in this package. Something like that would turn this remaster into a live service game, and that is likely not worth the investment. The publisher could instead put those resources into Apex Legends or another new cooperative shooter, although that is just my speculation. Mass Effect Legendary Edition will, however, include all of the downloadable content for all 3 Mass Effect games. This will enable players to get the full experience included in the purchase price. This might disappoint fans, but that's on me and not EA or BioWare. They're holding back until they're certain. And to be honest, that's actually a better idea. To be honest, this is actually pretty good. BioWare they need to get this right. I'm sorry, but they need to. For God's sakes, BioWare needs to get this right. For all intents and purposes, Mass Effect was a beautifully crafted game. Great storytelling, great games. Yes, Mass Effect 1 needed to live up to the hype of the other 2 games that came before and came after it. But it was just, the games were great. Yes, the gameplay could have been a little bit better in Mass Effect 1, and yes, I can understand why they're doing that. But, to be honest, this isn't a bad thing. BioWare is actually taking their time this time. And they are actually, you know, fixing problems. And that's what I want to see. If they did that with Mass Effect Andromeda, it would have been good. If they took time on the game, it would have been pretty good. But they didn't. They rushed it out. And I think they're taking time with the first 3 releases. Because if they do not and they rush it, fans of this, the fans of the Mass Effect series would burn BioWare to the ground. I'm sorry, they would. Mass Effect is an incredibly crafted game, and it has a very cult-like following. We wanted Mass Effect Andromeda to actually be a good game. But when it came out and it showed that, no, it cracked itself on release. The fans got mad because the fans wanted this to be good. They wanted to know that another Mass Effect would be fine. But no, it wasn't. And that's what upsetting to everyone else. So, BioWare, please take the time you need to make sure this game is right. Because we need these trilogies. I'm sorry, but this trilogy needs to be good. To make up for Andromeda, please, for God's sakes. Now, on to the first pressing matter. As you guys know, and this is from my whole thing, you guys know that pre-orders for the PlayStation 5, a second wave of pre-orders, dripped out onto the internet. And it was coming on September 25th, 2020. That Friday. This past Friday. Now, as I said earlier, pre-orders are dripping out like just... It was ridiculous. Completely ridiculous. And yes, am I a little salty that I didn't get my hands on a pre-order? A little bit, yes. I've told this to my family, everyone around me. I'm not mad. I'm not aggravated. It's just making me more determined. But you're dripping these out at a snail's pace. And where I am right now, I actually took a trip to GameStop. That day, I started walking at 8 a.m. 8:30 if you want to be exact. I got to this place. I got to GameStop at 10:30. I was walking for literally 2 hours just to get myself a spot in line. To find out, there was only 7 pre-orders that they were going to make that day. Guess what number I was? I was number 16. I was 16th in line. I was horribly, horribly upset. Everyone else was in line too. I had a spot in line online, but again, they're just kicking everyone out. What pisses me off is people are botting to get their hands on a console instead of doing what everyone else is doing. You know, I had told my family what I'm going to do. Once I hear another pre-order, my ass is camping out outside. I'm sorry, you're not going to see me that next day. I'm going to camp out to make sure that I can get my hands on that fucking system. Because it was crazy. And that's how I screwed up my foot, believe me. Imagine taking a walk for 2 hours, standing in line for another 30 to be told that there's not even enough to make it to your number in line. And the funny thing is, the people who actually got it in line started lining up at 12 a.m. and 4:30 a.m. The fourth guy in line started at 4:30 a.m. I'm just sitting there like, dude. It's crazy. It really is. So, just wow. Just wow. It was crazy. And to be honest, the pre-orders for GameStop and all the retailers are insane. Like, people who bought the minute, you know, something comes out, it doesn't do good for the rest of us. It sucks. It really does. It sucks. Because a lot of us aren't able to, you know, sit down there overnight. And it ruins it for the rest of us. So if you're botting out there to get yourself your hand on your console, hope you're proud of yourself. There is people who are elderly in the back of me who was upset because they couldn't get their hands on the console. And they were in back of me. I sat there for over, I believe, an hour and a half. Like, I'm not mad nor am I upset. Don't get me wrong. Yes, am I a little salty that there was 7 in stock and I was 16th in line? Yes. You can categorize me as salty. But am I upset? Am I depressed? Am I mad? No, because there's always another time. So, if I don't get my hands on the console, so be it. I'm going to get my hands on the console about a month or two afterwards. But it's probably not going to be on the day. So if I don't get it in November, I will get it sometime in December or sometime in January. I will get that console. It will happen. Just not at the time I needed it to. But that's okay. I'll be proud of myself no matter what. So, Sony, Microsoft, if you're hearing me, for God's sake, stop dripping these consoles to people. Like, why does Travis Scott got a console before everyone? Make him wait in line like everyone else. I understand. No, this is not a personal jab at the rapper Travis Scott. It's not. I don't know the dude. I'm pretty sure he's a really good dude. But why does he get a console before everyone else does? That's kind of like a backhand to your fans. That we're killing each other and killing ourselves to get our hands on a pre-order, and this guy gets a hand delivered to him. That's kind of upsetting to someone like me. And again, before people that adore Travis Scott, don't take this as a personal insult nor a jab at Travis Scott. It's nothing. This has nothing to do with him personally. Nothing at all. But what upsets me is that he got a console while everyone else is just killing each other to get ourselves a hand on a pre-order. That doesn't even guarantee that we get a console on the day. That's what aggravates me as a gamer and as someone who reviews games, who plays these games for everyone else's entertainment, and for someone who covers these news on this channel. It personally upsets me because it's like everyone else has to like fight for the console and he gets it hand delivered to him. Does it upset me? Yes. Am I mad at Travis Scott himself? No. Not at all. So put down your pitchforks, put down your torches. I'm not taking a jab at Travis Scott. Not at all. But still, we could have gotten the console, like... Okay, I framed that wrong. What I'm saying is, he shouldn't have gotten a console just because he's Travis Scott. He and every other celebrity, anybody who has a multitude of power in their hand, should still be customers to this. And like, they should be still going through the same hoops as the rest of the communities who are trying to get their hands on this console. So again, Travis Scott, if you ever get to seeing this, or if this reaches you, nothing against you, dude. Nothing against you. Absolutely nothing against you. I just think that everyone should have a fair shot. Instead of one person being handed and gifted the console, while everyone else is fighting to get the pre-order. I'm happy that you got one, but it's also a little bit depressing that the rest of us need to fight for it. Just saying. So, nothing against you. Nothing against you. Anyway, that rant's over. So again, Sony, Microsoft, stop dripping the consoles out. I understand that you don't have enough to meet the demand. But what I am saying is that give some GameStops more than 7 or 6 to give out per leak. Or give them like at least like 20 or 30 so that people can actually get their hands on a console. Yeah, they're selling out immediately because you're handing people like 10, 20 of them at a time. Nobody can get their hands on a pre-order and everyone's going to just start getting mad. And it's going to ruin your launch. Seriously, it will. Because a lot of people are going to be really pissed off come November when there's like, around the world, there's about like, what? 700, 800,000 people who were able to get the console. Well, there's about a good million or two more that probably won't get their hands on it. That's what I'm basically saying. Like, if you're gonna start up more pre-orders, send out a little more than about 10 to each GameStop. Because none of them, they're gonna just keep on getting bombarded at the door. Especially during a pandemic. And we just want the damn console, or get our hands on pre-order. I know some people will be left out, but you don't need to give 10 to each retailer. Well, by the time you're done across the country, what you gave out about 60,000, 70,000 units for people to for retailers themselves to give away. Come on now. Anyway, rant over, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry, but I busted my tail to get that console. A 2-hour walk to stand in line for 30 minutes. 16th in line to be told that there was only 7 in the store. How upsetting is that? And I joined myself in McDonald's afterwards. Just to kind of let her know. But still, it's kind of upsetting. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm just going to end that here before I go off on a more of a big tangent. Thank you so much for watching the gaming news, ladies and gentlemen. Are you guys excited for Mass Effect Legendary Edition? Let me know. Are you guys still trying to get your hands on a console? If you guys have gotten your hands on a console, please give the rest of us some tips. We would like to know how you got it. Got your hands on a pre-order, please. I'd like to know. Anyway, till then, ladies and gentlemen, hope everyone enjoyed, and thank you guys so much for watching. You guys are awesome. Down in the description down below with all of our beautiful and lovely content creators is my personal channel, where I play a ton of games each and every day, so there's always something new on my channel. So I suggest you guys go find it and have a little bit of fun with it. And if you guys like what you see here and you guys want to hear more from me, then every Sunday I do the gaming news, and every Thursday I bring my gaming skills to life when I play Naruto Ultimate Ninja 3. So if you guys want to see some more stuff from me, and on this channel, Thursdays and Sundays are my days. So come in, join in on the fun. The fun never has to end when you're with Damian-Dragon. So please, let me know. Anyway, let me end this with saying one more thing. Again, I need to say this a lot more because I know people, are gonna go and say this. Again, no attack against Travis Scott. There was no attack against Travis Scott. Yes, I'm mad that he got the console before everybody, which I think everyone should have a fair shot. So, that's what I mean. Nothing against Travis Scott. I think he's a really good rapper. And he's probably a really good dude. I don't know him, but I could tell he's a really good dude. I keep on saying probably. Again, because I don't freaking know him. He may be a really good dude. So, again, no hate against Travis Scott. I really think he's a really good rapper. I don't know him, so I can't say he's a good person. But if this ever reaches him, dude, no disrespect. Keep doing what you're doing. This is just me, like, thinking that everyone should have a fair shot at that console. So, all love, no hatred to you, man. Anyway, till next time, good gaming, happy hunting, and I'll see all you Dragon Links back inside the world of the gaming news. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time for some more Damian Dragon action. Peace.